How's it going, guys? Hank here, back at it again with another short video on the Review and Preview Sports YouTube channel. And folks, as always, I'd like to give you guys a friendly neighborhood reminder. Please don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Review and Preview Sports. And of course, please don't forget to hit that big red button down below. Give us a like, give us a comment, let us know your thoughts. We want to hear from you guys. And so the next bit of breaking news that we need to discuss is the Chicago Bears have traded a second round pick for Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver Chase Claypool. And let me just say right off the bat that this is an absolute steal for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, Chase Claypool is a wide receiver with a lot of talent that didn't quite live up to his potential last year. In fact, I think a lot of Steelers fans would argue that he has become a bit of a head case. And if you looked at his antics, you can pretty much see why. So for them to even get a draft pick of such high value, I think that is an actually huge win for Pittsburgh. But let's talk a little bit about the Chicago Bears because this trade does not make sense. And I think Ryan Poles is really going about the rebuild in a bit of a confusing way. I mean, look, you can look at the angle that you gave Justin Fields a weapon, which is great because you look at a lot of the other players on offense with the Chicago Bears. It's not pretty. So I mean, I guess there's that. However, here's my issue. You traded a second round pick and a fifth round pick, or you got a second round pick and a fifth round pick when you traded Roquan Smith. I don't necessarily like the idea that's all you got in return for a really good defensive player who probably isn't even in his prime yet. But at least you could make sense with that trade because let's face it, the Chicago Bears are pretty much in a bit of a rebuild. So I don't know what options they really had at that point. However, to get to give up one of your second round picks for next year, to me that kind of defeats the purpose of a rebuild, and I really think they definitely made a mistake here. And if you want to know something, there's kind of a sense of irony here too, because if you recall in the 2020 draft, where was Chase Claypool selected? That would be the second round. And what did the Chicago Bears get rid of in order to get Chase Claypool? A second round pick. So I guess they were able to maximize the value, but that still seems really crazy. And to make matters worse, yes, he was one of the more talented receivers that you could have had, but looking back at that draft, you could have had him like maybe 2 years sooner instead of maybe, taking a tight end in Cole Kmet, who's really, really flamed out pretty badly in Chicago. So I guess it's pretty much a matter of using that second round pick using that round pick on the wrong guy from Notre Dame, and then not to mention burning a future second round pick to fix a mistake that you probably made a few years ago. And really it just goes to show you, even though the Bears may have helped out Justin Fields a bit in getting a wide receiver, it's yet another head-scratching move that team has made. And this is disturbing considering it's like a new regime with Ryan Poles as general manager. But again, we'll see how this plays out. I could very well be wrong. Chase Claypool can end up being somebody that's productive for the Chicago Bears, but then again, he could also run himself out of Chicago within a matter of time. But that's really all I have to discuss this trade. And folks, as always, I want to give you a friendly neighborhood reminder. Please don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Review and Preview Sports. And of course, please don't forget to hit that big red button down below. Give us a like and give us a comment. What are your thoughts on this trade? Who do you think ended up winning? Do you think the Chicago Bears did a good job in getting Justin Fields some help at wide receiver? Do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers ended up getting a heist with a second round pick as a result of this? Or do you think that the Chicago Bears got fleeced in this? Do you think it's another example of the Chicago Bears ruining their rebuild? I would love to hear a lot of your thoughts in the comments section down below, and I'm sure I will be back in the near future for some more short videos on the YouTube channel. But folks, as always, I'm Hank and Dicker, and I will see you guys later for another short video on the Review and Preview Sports YouTube channel.